and we seeking blessing from Sri Sri Jagannath Swami Balade Subhadra Mai. This is the presiding deity in Jagannath Mandir, Kuala Lumpur, Tamanial, our HQ headquarters. So this is Lord Jagannath, Krishna himself, the form of Lord Jagannath. Lord Jagannath means the Lord of the universe, and this is Balaram, Krishna's brother, and this is Subhadra. Subhadra is Krishna's sister, Durga. She also Durga. Surga, another form is Subhadra. Su means auspicious, Bhadra. Durga, same is an expansion. Subhadra's expansions to Durga, Kali, all this coming from Subhadra. Okay. So let us start with the prayers to invoke the mercy of Lord Krishna so that we are able to understand the message of Bhagavad Gita. So I request everyone to chant together. This is Sanskrit prayers. So you listen to my pronunciation so you can follow together with me. Okay. Om Agyana Timirandasya Gena Jana Salakya Chakshur Unmeritam Ena Tasmai Sri Guru Namaha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauruvani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pashata Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So basically what he's saying here, I am born in the darkness, Timirandasya, Gyananjana, Salakaya, Chakshur means the divine eyes, the divine Chakshur, the knowledge, my spiritual master given me. I born out of ignorance. So by the mercy of Guruve Namaha, Guru, by the mercy of spiritual master, and able to, be given a knowledge. That's like a torch of knowledge. So I pay my respect to such a spiritual master. The meaning of this. And Namo Vishnu Padaya, this is Prabhupada. I pay respect to Istvange Sisi Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and he one who preach to about this Gauravani. Gauravani means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Krishna's mission to Sunya, Nirvishesha and Sunyavadi. Nirvishesha means those who are impersonalists, those wideisms who are not believe in God. So Prabhupada go and preach this Pashata Deshata in Western world. So Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya, this is a Panchatattva, the invoking mercy of Panchatattva, the Lord Krishna himself, and Nityananda his brother, Advaitacharya is Lord Shiva and Vishnu, Mahavishnu, and Gadadhar is Narada Muni and Shiva Shadi. Gadadhar is Radharani and Shiva Shadi is Narada Muni. So we are seeking blessing from them. And this is Hare Krishna mantra. This is the universal mantra. Hare means Krishna's energy. Krishna means all attractive, and Rama means one who giving pleasure. Okay. So we dedicate this presentation to Istvange Sisi Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. This is our founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON. Okay. So before that, because we start the first section, so we like to read from Gita Mahatmya. This is a glorification of Bhagavad Gita spoken by Lord Shiva to Parvati. This is a glorification. So for the next 30 minutes, please don't get distracted. Only 30 minutes, you will receive timeless wisdom, which bring about the great changes in our life by this Gita. So Gita Shastram Idam Punyam Yapati Prayata Puman Vishnum Padam Avaknoti Baya Shokadi Harjita. One who with a regulated mind recites with a devotion these Bhagavad Gita scriptures, which is the best of all virtues, will attain to the holy abode such as Vaikunta. Vaikunta is the abode of the Lord. Vai means anxiety. Vai means no. Kunta means anxiety. The place where is no anxiety. Vaikunta. The residence of Lord Vishnu. Vaikunta is the residence of Vishnu, which is always free from mundane qualities. Mundane qualities means material qualities. Material quality means based on the fear and lamentation. There's no fear. It means Vaikunta, the fearless place. Vaikunta, spiritual world. Everyone interested to know what is spiritual means. So spiritual means you are not anxiety, no lamentation, no hankering. So this is spiritual world, and this is you're able to achieve by simply hearing Bhagavad Gita. So this is very nice. Bhagavad Gita is actually bring us this consciousness, this mood of consciousness, and you can experience this. It's just not like simply by reading, and it just is not a reading of books, novel books, or something fictions. It's not like that. This is applicable, and you may feel and changes because we are did many. This is my fifth batch. You're the fifth batch. So we have gone through batch one, batch two, batch three, batch four, and we are come to know some changes are there. But you have to be very sincere, like Arjuna. That's the qualification to understand Bhagavad Gita. So let us see what the mood to understand Bhagavad Gita. So this is a fun fact. Okay. Can hear the sound?
No, cannot.
Wait, 1 second. I share the sound. Oh, share sound. Okay. Now can you may ask, where is the proof? Wait, I start again because he did very fast. Okay. Okay. Fun fact. Fun fact of the day. Do you know that nuclear weapon was used in both Kauravas and Pandavas? The fact is still present on the soil of Kurukshetra till now. You may ask, where is the proof? The following picture is a desert glasses created due to atomic energy. Mega achievement in terms of proving advancements of technology. Kurukshetra, 5,000 years ago. Kurukshetra, the place where the war taken place, Mahabharata war, Kurukshetra. And that's the fun fact for today. Thank you. So we are in the chapter 1 of the title of the chapter 1 is observing the armies on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So this is what we call where the place, the war taken place here, Kurukshetra. So Bhagavad Gita is a deep study. It's a philosophy, and this is a summary study. By taking this knowledge, one can further deep dive, and it can change your life, as I said, so we will be covering 18 chapters. This is the first chapter today. So we will be covering 18 chapter in 18 days. So in the introduction of Gita is a Bhagavad Gita. If you want to read Bhagavad Gita, the whole is take like 1 year. But we are trying to cover, we give a summary of this Gita. But actually, Krishna spoke only 45 minutes to Arjuna, the section, and uh, it cover 700 verses, 700 verses of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, now acronym, the chapter 1 acronym. Every spiritual journey start with a doubt, isn't it? We may have many doubts. So spiritual journey usually start with the doubts. Over the year, our friend, family, society, media, pain, perfect picture, success, so they have so many dealing, and we have some doubt. So here we can see doubt. The acronym for this lesson is Dhritarasa. D stand for Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana. This in text number 1 to 12. You can refer to your Bhagavad Gita as it is. If you have one, if you don't have one, you can purchase in our Shopee. We have a Lazada Bhagavad Gita as it is. So you can refer to this text 1 to text 12. Omnious result. Omnious omnious results means giving a worrying impression that something bad is going to happen. Omnis results, something bad going to happen. So that is this text 13 to 20. Uncertainty, that's the text 21 to 27. Bewilderment, bewildered, Arjuna bewildered, don't want to fight in the battlefield. That's 28 to 30. And turning point, 31 to 42. Let us say this. This is acronym of this Gita, this chapter. So this is setting the scene. If you see, can anybody say how many slokas are in the Bhagavad Gita? Yeah,
700.
700. Very good, 700. And then who spoke? Spoken by Lord Krishna to Arjuna, approximately 5,000 years ago, in the battlefield in Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra is a place. It's about 120 kilometers from Delhi, New Delhi. The place is still exists. Kurukshetra. It's not like a mythology or something. It's a fact. The place still exists here. And this verses 700 verses. And Dhritarashtra spoke 1 verse. Sanjaya spoke 41 verse. Arjuna spoke 84 verse. And Krishna spoke the rest of the verses. From 700 verses, Krishna spoke 574 verses text. So we'll be reading. Maybe I request some of you to recite these verses. You may think, oh, this is difficult to recite. This is Sanskrit, but it's good for you to recite. I will mention your name, so you may recite these verses and you can read the translation. And it's good for you. You may not be expert in pronouncing the Sanskrit, but by uttering the slokas, the verses, you get immense benefit, knowingly, unknowingly. So that's why we encourage participants to in our session to recite this. I may recite some of the verses for your reference, but I may ask you to recite. Is it okay? Is it okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good.
But can I ask a question?
Yeah, question. Yeah, regarding because
The previous slide.
Pardon?
The previous.
Previous. This one.
Yeah. Who is Sanjaya?
Okay, I will come.
Okay.
I will tell you. All this in the coming section. Okay, this is Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana. Dhritara, doubt is coming from D, the acronym D. So, Anybody like to recite this first? Any volunteers? Yeah. All right. Davi Mataji, you like to read?
Me?
Yeah, can try?
Are you? Okay, so,
You. Don't worry. You're all learning here.
so it's the first time. So if I pronounce it wrong, I'm really sorry.
Don't worry. I will guide you.
So Dhritarashtra
Dastra Uvacha.
Uvacha
Yeah.
Dharma Keshtre Kuru
Setre.
Keshtre
Kuru Setre.
Setre Dharma Ketre Kuru
Kuru
Setre
Setre.
Samaveta
Samaveda Yut Savaha.
Yuyutsava
Mhm.
Mamaka
Mamaka
Pandavas
Pandavas
Chaiva
Chaiva.
Chaiva
Yeah.
Kim Akurvata
Purvata
Sanjaya.
Sanjaya. Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Translation.
Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjaya, after my sons and the sons of Pandu assembled in the place of pilgrimage at
Pilgrimage.
Kurukshetra, desiring to fight, what did they
What
do?
did they do? Yeah. This is the first verse, first sloka. Thank you. Huh?
Thank you.
So this is who is this? Who's this? Anybody like to guess? Yes, Dhritarashtra. Yeah, Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra is a blind king. Blind king, and this is who? Sanjaya. Yeah. So now Dhritarashtra asking Sanjaya, this place, they are situated in Hastinapur, the palace. The Kauravas palace is situated in Hastinapur. Hastinapur is currently called New Delhi. New Delhi is Hastinapur, and this Kurukshetra is about 120 kilometers from New Delhi, Hastinapur, and here Sanjaya is a secretary of Dhritarashtra, who uh, uh, describing what's happening in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So he's just like a live telecast. There's Liverpool games going on in UK, and there's a live telecast in TV, isn't it? So you have a device to see the live telecast. So similarly here, the live telecast, you don't need TV, anything. Sanjay, just from his heart, you can see what's happening in the battlefield of Kurukshetra by the mercy, as someone asked, asking who Sanjay. Sanjay actually is a disciple of Vyasadeva, Vedavyas. Sanjay, by the mercy of Vyasadeva, you know who is Vyasadeva? Anyone knows who is Vyasadeva?
He's the founder of Vedas.
Yeah, he's the author.
Yeah.
Is the author of the Vedas. Is a literary incarnation of the Lord. He wrote all the Vedas, Puranas, Iktisas, Mahabharata, Ramayana. I mean, all these scriptures. Valmiki wrote Ramayana. Most of the Vedas written by Vedavyas. Not different from is a literary incarnation of the Lord, Supreme Lord. Okay, so Sanjaya is a disciple of Vyasadeva. By the mercy of Vyasadeva, he able to visualize the visions. You can see what's happening from the distance, live telecast. And here he is describing. Dhritarashtra asking Sanjaya, what's happening in the battlefield? The Kauravas and the Pandavas assemble. The Kauravas is the Dharma Setre, Kuru Setre, Samaveda Yutsavaha. Mamaka. So Mamaka is a my son, the Kurus, the Duryodhana. So he tried to separate it, separate it. My, Duryodhana. See what's the effect of the persons who are trying to separate, because of course Dhritarashtra and this war is taken place between cousin brothers, isn't it? everyone know them from Mahabharata, cousin brothers, the Kauravas and the Pandavas. The Pandavas' father is Pandu, and Pandu and Dhritarashtra is a brother. Because of Pandu passed away earlier, so Dhritarashtra, the blind king, he cannot be a king. But that time the Pandavas and Kauravas are small, so they have to take up the kingdom. Supposedly Yudhishthira Maharaj, the Pandavas, the elder brother, he is one who supposed to inherit the kingdom. But somehow or other, they have been cheated in the gambling match, and the Pandavas, and then they exiled in the forest, and then they came back, and then they wanted to ask a place for the ruling, and then they are not given any place for rule. As a Kshatriya, they have to rule. So this way, the battle take place, and then now the battlefield. In the battlefield, everyone is assembled, and then now in the place of Dharma, Kshetre, Kurukshetra is a place of pilgrimage, and it's very significant because why? In the place of pilgrimage, those who are virtues, the Pandavas are virtues. They are very in good quality, spiritual qualities, and they have all the good qualities compared to Kauravas, the Duryodhana, the evil-minded Dhritarashtra's son. So now he asking, what we can learn here is I, me, and mine. You see, I, me, and mine means the mamaka, these words, mamaka, Pandavas chaiva. Mamaka means I, my son, I, me, mine. So this is selfish gain. It says selfish, personal angridism. Personal angridism means something which is specifically referred to something making someone appear more important than other. Just like what you call Dhritarashtra, he given more important to his own son rather than the Pandavas. And he not giving any right for the Pandavas, which is supposed to be, they're supposed to also to be in the kingdom, part of the kingdom, but he been neglected because of the attachment. So because of selfish gain, and anxiety, because of the selfish gain and personal angridism, giving somebody more important than me, so that comes anxiety, frustration, and disappointment. Are inevitable. It's all automatically comes. So that's why in anxiety, Dhritarashtra asking, what did they do? If someone assemble want to fight, there was going to be fight, but he has a doubt. Dhritarashtra whether because of the holy place, because the Pandavas, they don't want to fight. So all these are going on in that Dhritarashtra's mind. But Dhritarashtra is physically blind, but and same time is spiritually also blind. So it's so much greedy, envy, material desires there for him. So because of that, he, I, my, me. So we are selfish mentality of Dhritarashtra. So we move on. We don't have much time. Omnious results. So omnious result means giving worrying impressions, worrying. So we see what is worrying them. We are not covering the whole text. We will be covering, which is important. In the level 2, we may cover more verses. So level 1 is basically we go through the Gita. Okay. Yeah. Anyone can read? Any volunteers like to try this? Tanisha Mataji, you like to read?
I'll try, Prabhu.
Can.
Panchajanyam
Hrishikeshu
Hrishikeshu
Devadatam
Devadatam Dhananjaya
Jaya
Poundram Datmau Mahashankam Bhima Karma
Vrikodara. Yeah, translation.
Lord Krishna blew his conch shell called
Yeah.
Panchajanya.
Yeah.
Arjuna blew the Devadatta. and Bhima, the voracious eater and performer of Herculean task, blew his terrific conch shell called Poundra.
Poundra. Yeah. So this is one of the sign of victory of Arjuna. Thanks, Amade. Signs of victory. Signs of victory, because this blowing of conch is scattered heart of the Kauravas, the opponent. This Devadatta, Panchajanya, Devadatta. So all this conch is a symbol of victories. So what we can learn here, those who stand inside of purity and righteous are always victorious. Those who stand like Krishna stand, Arjuna stand in the righteous. So victory always there, regardless of whether his worldly odds seems stacked against them, or one who is carrier of goodness or never overcome by evil. So you see, although Arjuna, the Pandavas is only 7 Akshinis, whereas Akshini means the army armies. One Akshini is says about 400, if I'm not mistaken, 400,000 army soldiers, infantry, what do you call, elephants, all this, So they have 11 Akshinis. As the Kauravas, the Duryodhana side, they have 11, but Pandavas only 7. But because Krishna is there, so victorious is there. The last verse we can see this. Okay, we move on. The uncertainty, doubt, uncertainty. So anyone here, Sharmila Mataji, you like to read?
Yes, can I? Arjuna Vacha.
Vacha means speak. Yeah.
Okay. Arjuna Vacha Senayor Ubayor Madhye.
Okay.
Radam Stapaya
Me
Achyuta Yavat Edan Nidiksheham Aham Yodu Kaman Avishtitan Kair Maya Saha Yodavyam Asmin Rana Samudyame.
Yeah. Translation.
Arjuna said, O infallible one, please draw my chariot between the two armies so that I may see those present here who desire to fight and with whom I must contend in this great trial of arms.
Yeah, thanks. So here, Sunayobayo Madhye means middle. So Krishna, Arjuna requests Krishna. So you see, Krishna become a chariot driver here. So chariot driver means position, means he just follow the instruction. See how the Supreme Personality Godhead, Krishna, God himself, become a chariot driver of Arjuna as a devotee. So this is called Bhakta Vatsala. Krishna's so much have attachment for his devotees. He can do anything for the devotee. So that's why even the chariot driver, if you mention in the Mahabharata, so the chariot driver, there's he become like a slave. I mean, very subservient servant of the master. When the warrior want to move left, he has to put his feet in his left shoulder. Then they know. They won't speak, but they would just put in the left, and then you have to turn left. If you put a right shoulder, you have to turn right. So Krishna accept all this, although he is a Supreme Personality Godhead himself. So now Krishna just follow the instruction of Arjuna because he's a Partha Saradi. Krishna's another name is Partha. Partha means Pritha's son, Partha. Arjuna, Partha Sarati. Sarati means the chariot driver of Arjuna. So Krishna is a Partha Saradi, known as Partha Saradi, and he drove in the middle of these two armies, Kauravas and Pandavas, and he straight enter. And Arjuna, Duryodhana reached, uh, to. Then he straight drove into closer to the chariot of Bhishma Dev, his grandfather, and his teacher Dronacharya. The chariot, Krishna drove that chariot closer, nearer, just nearer to the chariot where Bhishma Dev and Dronacharya, his spiritual master. So when he saw that, he bewildered. So now life may be cramped with the responsibility and pressing issues, but attendance as such demand should not be the expense of quality spiritual introspection. The chronic disease of the modern man is the excuse of no time then when it comes to such soul searching. So we have what do you call here, when Krishna drove to the Arjuna become bewildered, his desire to fight, and with the whom he was content. When he saw his teacher Dronacharya, he saw the Bhishma Dev, his grandfather, so he couldn't. He become uncertain whether want to fight or not fight. He become doubt. So he bewildered. So there's some story here. I just want to tell the story before we go for further. This is a story from Duryodhana and Arjuna seeking help before the battlefield start. So this is took place before the battle of Kurukshetra. This is Duryodhana and Krishna and Arjuna. It's a supreme archer, Arjuna. And here, once upon a time, there, before the war, before Kurukshetra is about to happen, the evil-minded, this is evil-minded Duryodhana of the Kauravas armies, and Arjuna, this is Arjuna of the Pandavas, went to Krishna for help for the war, because both of them are going to fight the war against each other. So they wanted to have some help from Krishna. So they went to ask help. So here Krishna was lying down in the bed. So first Duryodhana went. Actually, this is Duryodhana. So when Duryodhana entered into the room, Krishna was lying down, and Duryodhana was waiting. And then Arjuna came. Second, Arjuna came, and Krishna still closing eyes. But Krishna knows who's coming, who's going, is Supreme Lord. So then Arjuna was stood in the lotus feet of Krishna, and then he pay obeisance, pay respect to Krishna humbly. And then when Krishna woke up, Krishna first saw Arjuna. This is the feet, He didn't see Duryodhana. Then only he saw Duryodhana. So this is Duryodhana. Then when Duryodhana, he saw first, he asked, Krishna knows they want upcoming, the help from Krishna, the upcoming war. So Duryodhana was standing and Krishna was thinking, oh my God, Krishna asked Arjuna to ask what he want. I came first. He was builder. I hope that Arjuna doesn't not asking what I'm going to ask, and Krishna smiled and said, but Duryodhana say, I came first. You should ask me first. But Krishna say, no, I saw Arjuna first, so I should ask Arjuna what you want. So then Krishna told, let Arjuna speak. The Duryodhana was thinking in his mind, oh, hopefully he won't ask And Krishna say, I have two options to Arjuna, to offer to Arjuna. He say, I can offer myself. Krishna told Arjuna, I can offer myself, just myself, or I can offer my entire army, which would be, which one you prefer? Krishna asking Arjuna, him, the Lord, or his army? Then, of course, Arjuna, without a split thinking, but Duryodhana was nervous. Oh, hopefully Arjuna don't ask the armies, because what am I going to do? 1% Krishna, 1% I'm going to do. Yeah. So Duryodhana was asking this. Then Arjuna, of course, in split second, he said, I want you, Krishna. Then Duryodhana become joy. Oh, so okay. Because the armies all goes to Duryodhana. And only Krishna. And Krishna also says, I won't take, I won't participate in the battlefield. It just become a charioteer. So, Krishna, it's Arjuna's choice. So now, why did Krishna allow Arjuna to choose first? Anyone know? Anyone like to answer? Why did Krishna allow Arjuna to choose first?
Because he saw him first. Arjuna was the first person that Krishna saw.
Yeah, first
because
person.
Duryodhana was sitting there.
Yeah, side. Yes, of course. But there's a reason. If Krishna had given a choice to Duryodhana, what would Duryodhana will ask?
The armies.
Armies,
The
yeah.
armies.
Then Arjuna, you have no choice, isn't it? He has to take Krishna, isn't it? So people say, oh, Arjuna has no choice, and then Arjuna has to take Krishna. But when Krishna asked Arjuna first, he asked Krishna. So he chose Krishna, you see. So this is Krishna wanted Arjuna to be glorified. Actually, the battlefield Kurukshetra, Krishna's wiped out everyone. In the 11th chapter, we will see that he shows the universal form, and then everyone goes inside, and then they just Arjuna just become instruments as a devotee of the Lord. So Krishna accept Arjuna as a devotee once, because he's very dear to Arjuna, is very dear to the Lord, and Krishna is devoted to be identified and glorified. So now Arjuna is bewildered in the battlefield. Towards the end of the verses, Arjuna is bewildered. The symptoms after seeing his grandfather Bhishma Dev, how he could kill his son, his own grandfather. Was taking him. He was patting Arjuna. So how he could kill his own grandfather? So he's become bewildered, and his guru Dronacharya, his sons, grandsons, friends, brother, etc. All the Krishna brothers. How are you going to fight? So this is a symptom. What's the symptom? Anyone can read? Anyone would like to read? Yeah. Divya Darshini Mataji, you like to read?
Yeah, sure. Can you hear me?
Yes, can.
Okay, the limbs of the body were quivering, and
Yeah.
why read as Arjuna? Okay, my mouth is drying.
This is Arjuna symptom. Arjuna was saying.
Yeah, okay. So,
drying out. Yeah.
And his whole body was trembling. His hairs was standing on the end, and the Gandiva bow is slipping from.
Gandiva bow.
Yeah, is slipping from his hand. His skin is burning. He's unable to stand here any longer. And he's forgiving himself. His mind is reeling, and he can only see the causes of misfortune.
I see only cause of misfortune. Yeah. So this is after he's seeing all this relative and grandfathers and all this, because he become very bewildered whether want to fight or not fight. So what we can learn here, when one lack of understanding spiritual identity, you not understand who are you, the relationship with God, critical purpose behind this world, and then inevitable disturbed and frustrated by life change. So just like Arjuna is bewildered because he's not identifying himself. Then only chapter 2 comes when Krishna clearing all these doubts and all this, So this is the reason. You remember this? This is a turning point. Arjuna, after seeing all this, so now he have a reason for not fighting. Yes. So I would like to, Shashini Mataji, possible for you to read?
Hi.
Yeah.
Arjuna's reasons for not fighting.
Not fighting.
The first one is compassion for friends and relatives.
This is text 1, text 22, 28 to 30. Okay.
Second one is no enjoyment even if victorious.
Victorious, yeah. 31 to 35.
The third one is fear of sinful reactions.
Yeah.
And
36 to
fourth,
38. Yeah.
and the fourth one is destruction of family traditions.
Tradition, yeah. 39 to 42.
And the last one is indecision.
Indecision. Yeah. Indecision is chapter 2. And this is SESD. You remember this, huh? You remember SESDI, this acronym for 5 reasons. You remember SESD, you can remember what's the reason for not fighting. The quiz will, the question for the quiz will come. Some of these questions. SESD. What is SESD? C stand for compassion. E stand for enjoyment. S sinful. D distraction of family tradition. And I stand for indecision. So no enjoyment. Compassion means Arjuna is a devotee of the Lord. He doesn't want to kill anybody there. His relative, his grandfather, his teacher. So he's so much compassion for his friends and relatives. So Krishna will refute all these arguments. This is Arjuna's argument not to fight. Remember this. Then the chapter 2, Krishna refute why you should fight. And Krishna describe karma yoga, describe the duty, perform your duty without any attachment. So we will sing the following verse, very interesting in Bhagavad Gita. And no enjoyment means if he kill everyone in the battlefield, you become victorious. So how are you going to enjoy? Nobody there to, no relative, no friends. How are you going to enjoy? Isn't it? So that's his argument. It's quite some rational, mundane rational. Fear of sinful reactions. So a fear of sinful reaction, he says, when I kill, there will be a sin, isn't it? So he's arguing on this. And destruction of family tradition means, he says, there'll be, if everyone, man, Satriya, die in the battle, and there'll be no protection for women, and there'll be a Varna Shankara, unwanted progeny, and there'll be a no Pinda ceremony, the traditions, to do Pinda for the forefathers. So there will be a no Pinda. So it's more into rituals, he says. And indecision, you know what to do. So this the reason is giving. And what can we learn here? When our minds are overwhelmed by the grief and frustration, we turn to give up on life itself. Either you go on or give up. So what should we do? Let's see, find our solution in the next chapter, okay, the next chapter, Krishna giving the solutions. Due to cruel, so chapter 2 will be interesting, and Krishna giving that solution. So let us this video. So this is this video is giving some. It's a J. J is J Seti is a social media influencer. We'll interview Will Smith. Will Smith is an actor, a very famous actor. Both are using social media to impact people rather than to impress people. So they are giving impact people, not impress. Impact is different from impress. Social media is to impact people or impress people. So let us see what they are saying. Okay, very interesting conversation. This is about 5 minutes. Can you hear? Anyone can hear?
Yes,
You even brought Arjun in my life more to life, right? So tell me a bit about why Arjun was so synonymous with you.
The circumstance that he was in, for people that don't know, Arjun is in a battle. His family has tripped out. He's a wonderful archer. He's the best archer in the world, and his family trips out and take the kingdom, and they're like, you know, they snatch his wife, and they're trying to disrobe his wife, and he's looking like, yo, what are y'all jokers doing? Like, and he comes home and he's like, and they seize the kingdom, and he can't believe that they have done this. And he, you know, he's a warrior, and you know, he could get the kingdom back, you know, but these are his uncles and his brothers-in-laws and his teachers and people that he loved and trusted, and they took his kingdom. And they prepared an army, and they're going to fight Arjuna, and he's devastated that his family and his friends and all of that for material gain would do this to him, and he's deeply pious. And they prepare an army, the greatest army that's ever been assembled, except that they don't know that God is driving Arjuna's chariot. Yeah. right? And they think they're going to tear through Arjuna, they're going to do all of this, but God is driving Arjuna's chariot, right? And even in that, you know, Arjun, he's like, how can me killing all of my family be the right answer, right? And on the other side of that, he's like, well, I'll just let them kill me. I'm not doing that. There's no version of me going into battle with them. I don't care how wrong they are. I don't care. And as I just got deeper and deeper into that story, it's like, I feel like that all the time, right? I feel like I'm in what Radhanath Swami referred to as a perplexing situation. And I just really related to how the Gita handles those kinds of perplexing situations and recognizing that's what life is. You are born into a perpetual perplexing situation. And that it was the first time that I'd ever heard the spiritual idea like that, that life is a perplexing situation, and you're never gonna get around being stuck in the duality. You have to elevate above the whole thing, you know? And the Christian concept about that I always heard and never understood fully, and my grandmother would say all the time, you gotta let go and let God.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it was like that. It just, you know, the Gita filled in that concept of what it really means. It doesn't mean don't do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let go and let God doesn't mean don't do anything.
Yeah.
It means do your divine duty, whatever that may be. And just for whatever reason, the study of the Gita at this particular point in my life really clarified a lot of ideas of how to move through a world where you almost can't do it right.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like there's God's playing a practical joke, right? And when you start seeing, you know, that there's a trick in there, you know, and the Gita illuminated that trick for me in a way. I was like, how could I be the biggest movie star in the world, be the best at all of this, and how you not love me? Right? And, you know, how was my family miserable? And it's like, that's the trick.
Yeah, very nice realization by Willie Smith. So we'll recap this chapter. Important of features of Bhagavad Gita, Dasa Sanjaya, blowing conch shell, chariot between two armies, Arjuna's symptoms, and we've seen also Arjuna's reason for not fighting, safety. So we have seen this. So please remember this safety, very important. So compassion, enjoyment, sinful, distraction, family, tradition, and indecision. Okay. So we come to a quiz. We do the question quizzy last. I will click this. You can join after this. Everyone knows how to join this quizzy. I give the link so you all can join. So before that, I just you can order your kits, the Bhagavad Gita. If you don't have Bhagavad Gita as it is, this is order Gita kit. You can get from us. This is Chabamala, and this books will be given, and this Damodara. So you can scan here. You can order from Shopee, or you can contact us. Okay. So make sure you answer all this quiz be given, which is given will be giving, and you answered your quiz, so you will get these certificates. Okay, and this is our headquarters in Kuala Lumpur. It's Malaysia HQ in Tamanel Oakland Road, OEG, Taman OEG, nearby there, near Puchong. Okay, this is our address. So you have any questions you like to ask? Any questions before we goes to quiz? You have any questions? Yeah? No? Yes, no? Silent.
I think so.
No.
No.
Okay, so we go to the quiz, huh? Okay, wait 1 second. I go to the quiz section. Okay, start. Interrupt. Continue. Copy. Okay. Wait 1 second. Share the link. Okay, can see, yeah? So I will share in the chat box. Okay, you can copy and paste in your Google search. Then this is the number. Enter the games code here. Okay. So far, okay. I can share in the WhatsApp also if you want. Okay, I share in the WhatsApp. Hare Krishna. Okay. Okay, done. How many of you? Others? Only 9. Supposed to be. Yeah, you can join in the WhatsApp. I send WhatsApp. 17, supposed to be 17. Those who are having difficulty, let me know. We just copy and paste in the chat box I shared, or in the WhatsApp also I share. So you just copy and paste in the Google search, then you get this. Join my quiz, quizzy. Another 4 more. Sorry, 3 more person, 2 more, 1 more person who are not here. 1 more person. Is it 1 more person? Huh? Yeah, 1 more person able to join who are not joined yet. Can identify, need help? Who is that? Anyone can help to find who is not joined? Janani, Maheshwari, Sharmila, Prashana, Shashini, Vijay, Mahalingam. No. 1 more person having difficulties, I think. Is it okay? Pardon?
Is it Logeshwari?
Logeshwari, yeah. Logeshwari Mataji, you didn't join? Possible? Or you need help? You are there? Oh. Logeshwari Mataji. Okay, it doesn't matter. We start. Three, two, one, go. Okay, how many verses are there in the Bhagavad Gita? Right. Easy, yeah? So you have to focus in your lesson. Then it's easy for you to answer. Tap, 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 tap. Time's up. Next question. Good. All right. Next. Anisha. Davi. Okay. Next question. How many? Next question. 3, 2, 1. Go. When Arjuna saw his family member and friends on the battlefield, he exhibited the following symptoms, except he was confident of facing the enemy, Kandila was splitting, and the air was standing and skin was burning. Easy,
I picked the wrong answer.
what to do. You have to think. It's okay, don't worry. Next question, ready? Translated the Bhagavad Gita into English and retain its original meaning without including his own opinion. This is also explain why the book is called Bhagavad Gita as it is. Sripad Ramanuja, Srila Prabhupada, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srivan. Whose translation is this Bhagavad Gita? Okay, good. All done. Good. Right, Ishwari. Next. Who went to Krishna to ask for help for the war? Ridhana of the Kauravas, Arjuna of the Pandavas, both A and B. Easy, yeah? All done. Good. Maheshwari, yes. Good. What was the two option to help Krishna offered to Arjuna? Offer a boon, offer only Krishna himself, offer his entire army. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Yes. Okay, time's up. How did you find today's class? Give your comment, good, bad, anything you can say. Not understand, whatever you want to say. Interesting, excellent, fun, good, interesting. Was interesting and I learned new things. If you not understand, you can mention that also. Interesting and very detailed, enlightening, informative. It was great and very knowledgeable. Thank you. Good, it was clearly delivered. It's interesting, very interesting. It is good, but can't hear well. Why? Can't hear well, huh? Can't hear well means still need some time to understand. Okay, good. Clearly explained, very interesting and fun to learn. Fun was very interesting and a good explanation. The class very informative. Enjoy and learn more and more. Hare Krishna. Okay, that's very helpful. Okay, thank you very much for the comments. Am I audible? You can't hear properly, yeah?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Can maybe this is the other, I think your internet connection. Okay, thank you very much. So if there's no any questions, we can answer. This is the last question. Yes, we end. Let's see the result. Don't worry about the results. Don't attach the results. Visha first, Tanisha and Maheshwari. You know, very good. Okay, 19 participants, huh? Okay. Download result. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So see you all tomorrow. So we have the class is going to be before you enter. The class is going to be from Monday to Friday. So any changes, I'll let you all know between 7:30 because today we have because of introduction. All this is it takes some time. Is it okay? Sometimes, but I try to finish by 1 hour, 1 hour, 10 minutes, but we're supposed to finish by 1 hour. Since I start late, sorry for that. Every evening, 7:30 to 8:30, the class is going to be Monday to Friday. Okay, Hare Krishna. So if any question you can ask, and please, if you have Bhagavad Gita as it is, this is Bhagavad Gita as it is, you go and read. You can refer whatever text we are refer from here, Bhagavad Gita as it is. If you don't have, you can order in Shopee, and the verses all we have mentioned all in this verse. So you can now you can go through, and then tomorrow you prepare for second chapter. Second chapter will be interesting. Why? Because you discover yourself in this. If you material education, you want to learn ABC, isn't it? So ABC you must learn in order to read other books or literatures. But in the spiritual aspect, the ABC will be taught tomorrow. So we'll be waiting and see, and you can join. You can join 10 minutes early. Okay. Thank you very much.
Prabhu, what if there's any day that we can't join?
Pardon?
If there is any particular day that we can't make it, how is it?
Okay, I will send the recording, but try to join because of the other classes, is it?
Yes.
Okay, doesn't matter. I will send the recording meeting, so you can view later. But try to join. It's nice because 80% of joining you will be awarding a certificate.
Okay, because one particular day I can't join. I have class on that particular time from 8 to 9. So I can join for the, every Thursday. So I can't join every
Thursday. Okay, doesn't matter. It's okay. I will send the recording. No worry. Okay, I will send the cloud recording so you can view. Thank you very much.
Prabhu.
Anything
Hare
else?
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Krishna, thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Kumara. Hare Krishna. Class